There's a strange rumor going around. Want to hear it? No. You know the stone steps at Sunset Station? I said I don't want to hear it. We use them all the time without even thinking about it. But, and this is the weird part, the steps count different going up and down. Seriously? No. Shut up. I don't want to hear anything. I was not intrigued with what you had to say.
Not intrigued at all.
And there are 6 other weird stories like that. It's like the 7 wonders of Twilight Town. We should investigate those for our school project. Pence, you're a genius. I'm going to take that as my idea and claim it as my own.
It's awesome.
There might be other rumors going around too. Let's split up. I'm going to look for the 7 wonders. Oled and I will go find some new rumors. And by that, we're going to spread some new rumors. Come on.
Spread it.
That leaves you and me, Roxas. Let's try the train first. To the station.
So, Dodgeball came out in 2004. Let me look, see what Zoolander. I think Zoolander came out.
Did I get any new abilities? No.
Zoolander came out in 2001, right? But like, both of those movies. I mean, Ben Stiller is in both of them, but it was like I watched them both, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. Like, and it wasn't even nostalgic really, because like I didn't watch at least Zoolander until I was in my 20s. Right? I thought it was really funny. But like, I was watching, I was like, it is so nice to watch a movie and not have some political BS.
Yeah, just not having to think about.
Not having to think about it, not having to care, not really, just watching it for entertainment alone. I loved that.
I'm just taking a quick gander around the town for like any treasure chests that I could loot. I'm not seeing anything so far. But please continue.
But yeah, I just got a kick out of that. Like I was watching and like, oh my gosh, really made me happy. It really made me miss those kind of movies. Cause like, I mean, now you watch stuff and it's like, and there's rare movies where you watch them and there's no like political BS, right? Very little. Or some like moral high ground that everyone's taking, right? Like, it just drives me crazy. But like, for example, the John Wick movies,
yeah,
no political BS.
Yeah, it's just action, just pure action.
That's it, and it's great, and it's entertaining, and people love that. The movies that are trying too hard to push some kind of political BS or some ideology, I think. I don't think they make as much money as they have, as they should. Like, think about it. The Last Jedi, everyone hated that one. Like,
was it just because of like how the Force was implemented?
No, I think there was a lot of things going on in that one. I mean, first of all, it was a pissing contest between J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson.
You said that like Disney swapped directors.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. And so it's just one of those, like, I don't know, like that one. But like then you look at like Marvel movies. When was the last time you saw some political BS in there? With the exception, and honestly, I'm kind of worried that it's creeping in, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, I did watch the Falcon Winter Soldier a while back. Is it just implying to, like, the idea that there would be a black Captain America? Or is it something else?
No, but they alluded to that because like in the comics, there originally people had a hard time because Sam Wilson did take over as Captain America,
right?
And like people got pissed off at him honestly because he was black, so that was in the comics. And I think they kind of alluded to it a little bit in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I'm talking about like the main bad chick.
Oh, her. I know who you're talking about.
Right. And
where like she takes the serum that made Captain America strong in the first place, just to take down governments
exactly.
and such.
Exactly, and it was all based on like some like equality trip, cause like and maybe like I don't believe in equality. Period. Nothing is equal. Ever. Nothing ever.
You would think someone and or something is equal to each other, but
it never is.
There's always like something in the background.
There's always going to be some difference in anything, and pretending that there is or that there should be is deluding oneself. Like, I think, and here's my thing. I think that instead of pushing for equality, for a better world, which, you know, I mean, heck, you know, if everyone was equal, you know, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's a step closer to world peace.
Right. It would be very, very fair, right? But at the end of the day, I think that pushing for that is self-destructive. What I do think is good pushing for is everyone doing their best with what they have and what they're doing, right? Like focusing on making yourself better instead of making everyone else come to your level or lowering people down there. You should focus on lifting people up.
Right.
Period. Like, and none of this like, oh, we need to bring people down. Like, there was this whole thing, and maybe it's kind of like today we were talking about it at work, because there's one guy on our team. Okay, not gonna say his name. He does really freaking good. Right, like sells more than the rest of us, like making $30,000 in a month.
He's just working really great with customers.
He's just good. He's very talented, and he's a very hard worker too. Right, so you can't hate the guy. He's also really nice and really generous with like the way he like talks to people. But we were talking about that, and it's like, should I be jealous that he's able to do that? No. Should I try my hardest to be that good?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Should I say, oh no, he's making too much, so I think he needs to make less, so I'll feel better?
Right.
That's wrong.
Well, I mean.
Well, yeah.
Yes, that is wrong. I'm saying.
Right, but
I agree with you.
That's not how America works.
Right.
That's not how the world works. Or reality as we know it. And there's people that want to, like, there was this whole thing. I think it, and I can't believe this. Like, some politician wanted to tax wealthy people 75%.
Yeah.
And distribute whatever that 75% is back to the rest of everybody else. Again, taking the example of the dude that I work with, because he's excellent at what he does, we should penalize him for that? No.
Yeah, that doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. Just to make myself feel better? No way.
No.
I look at that and I say, how did we get there? That's it. Like that's
yeah.
Like, but that's ambition, I guess. But I don't know.
Oh, it's just you, Roxas. Were you throwing a ball? No, the wall was throwing the balls. Whatever. That ball flew out of nowhere and totally startled me. Hey, I know. This explains one of those 7 wonders.
It's a ghost Scoob.
But no, yeah, like Pence thinks that Roxas threw the ball. No, the wall is sentient. There is a ghost in that wall.
It's a real ghost wall. It can hear you.
It can spook you good.
It'll spook you. I just
looks iffy in there.
Yeah, it was just one of those conversations that we were having today at work. Cause like,
Vivi.
The dude that I work with, like I said, it's hard to hate the guy.
Yeah.
Right. He's really nice, really good at his job, really like generous with stuff. He's more than happy to help you if you have any questions. Like the dude's a stud. Right. And so it's like, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to do this. And I mean, like I said, making like 30 G's in a month, doing just fine. But it's just one of those things where like you shouldn't penalize people for being excellent. Right. It's like if we were playing Super Smash Brothers, and we only gave you like half the HP that everyone else did, just because you're better than the rest of us at it, right? It's just like,
well, I mean, in stamina mode, you could put on a handicap and have like, say, me have like 100 HP, and then you and someone else have like 300 HP.
Right. Honest to goodness, I don't think it would make a difference. But I think that's But yeah, something like that, where it's just like, wait, because you're really good at it, why are we going to penalize you?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you'd be up for the challenge, like challenge accepted kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I would be up for the challenge.
And I honestly think you'd win, but like, still, it's one of those things where it's like, those are the kind of things that like creep up, and like I said, Captain or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You got that the one in Star Wars, and it's like, stop doing that, and especially don't let Disney, the freaking biggest media company in the world, lecture the rest of us about how to use money right.
Right.
Yeah. Freaking Disney.
What is it, Roxas? Oh, did you need this, Roxas? Planning on getting in some practice, I bet.
No, it's just that there were so many of you.
Huh? So many of me? I don't get it. Anyway, I'm done with this, Roxas. You can take your time.
Thanks, bud.
So the mystery voice was just Vivi practicing. Listen, there were a whole bunch of Vivi clones here just a minute ago.
Man, you tripped.
I'm telling the truth. Why won't anyone believe me? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
They just don't want to believe.
Oh, I can't remember. Did I do like a Twilight Zone bit when we tried to record this last time?
I think so.
I can't remember when I did it.
I know we did the theme song.
Oh wait, never mind. No, never mind. I remember what it is. I'll do it at that precise moment.
Sweet.
No, I remember.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, now that's a ghost.
I think so. This is a white school. Pretty much.
Yeah, but it's like a tutorial fight.
Now I think, like I said, I enjoy those movies so freaking much, just because I felt like I wasn't being preached to.
Yeah,
like I mean,
or preached at.
Yeah, exactly. And you know,
if you want to be a good person, you must do X and Y, but never Z.
Exactly. And like, I mean, I don't know. I was a missionary and preached to people for 2 freaking years. So I mean, like, come on. Like, if there's someone who understands preaching and or being preached to, been there, done that, right? And it's like, you shouldn't preach to the unwilling.
Right.
Preach to the people who want to be preached to.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just being a douche.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
I think so.
Roxas!
I think that's reasonable.
What were you doing? Taking a dirt nap? Huh? You alright? Now that's spooky. I thought I saw someone, but it was just my reflection. I bet this is behind one of those 7 wonders. Another me? Some foreshadowing.
That turns around. Oh, yep, there he is.
Okay, so that's...
No, but that's...
3.
Sometimes I feel like with like movies like that I'm just being preached to, or shows like that, it's like I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. Like, don't tell me how.
Yeah, I don't want opinions shoved down my throat.
There was a
basically.
So what I said this one time is like, you know what? Because I think someone was asking me if I'd seen X, Y, and Z, and like, or like some movie, and they were like, oh, it's so wholesome. I was like, no, not for me. If I don't leave a movie feeling a little bit dirty and slightly disgusted with myself, I don't feel like I've watched a good enough movie at all. So, I can't remember what I was saying that about, which movie it was. Like, someone just said, oh no, it's so wholesome, you should watch it. Like, no, thanks.
You want the crude humor.
I want to feel like, you know what, I should be smarter than this, but that was funny. Like, or like, no, I shouldn't laugh at that, but I'm gonna laugh anyway because why? It was silly. But like after watching Dodgeball again, I was like, okay, there it is. That's where that sense of humor comes from. I loved it. Like I said, I was blown away at how much I enjoyed it. Because after we talked about it the other night, I put them both on like while I was working. I'm like, yes. This
Yikes! Somebody called PETA. I was
Zoinks.
riding on this dog that was like tied up in a sack. PETA? A dog was like tied up in a sack. Don't worry, Lois, I got it. Just like knocks the dog out and puts the dog back in the sack. Oh, it was just a dog. Did you let it out of the sack, Roxas? This explains one of those 7 wonders.
You know, that last wonder was.
You know, I heard your dad's not doing that sandbox job anymore.
Yeah. So,
This next one's gonna be really
about a week or so ago, so my dad was notified by the people over that job saying, hey, we're not making as much money right now at the moment.
Yeah, because
we have to let you go.
Because crypto's down like crazy right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason.
Oh yeah, well that's why. I mean, their whole thing is like crypto based. So
Yeah.
I heard about that. I was like, oh well, but then he has that other gig, and he was honestly just like when I talked to him about it, he was honestly just like working 2 jobs just to see if he could, which I think is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad's, you know, he seems to be fine right now.
Yeah.
He's still he's currently like we're looking for like an additional job or at least a new job to replace the one that he already has.
Right.
Rumors are true. It'll be here any minute.
So he's, well, I mean, you know my dad. He's like, he kind of like, if something were to happen to him, he can like brush it off that easy.
Oh yeah.
Passengers, no return.
Yeah, my mom, on the other hand, did not receive the news that well.
No.
Yeah, she's definitely worried for him. In fact, that's where I get it from, because I typically like worry about a lot of stuff like that severely every once in a while. But I mean, as far as I'm aware of right now, my mom seems to be doing just fine right now, and
That's good.
I don't.
I mean, yeah. It's just like after a week, she's
We're waiting for the ghost train.
just
Kind of
Just
got her head wrapped around it.
yeah.
Because the like, I think it's really cool now. Like, because what he was doing is something that I want to try and do, especially if I can work from home exclusively. Because if you can work 2 jobs simultaneously,
Maybe it's
like
destiny.
at the same time, you're working the same hours, doing the same amount of work for each one, but you can get paid twice. I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, but
Like, if I could pull that off, that'd be stoked.
yeah. Well, I mean, okay. In my dad's case at the time,
When have you ever
I don't think it was just
with anything?
he's working both jobs from 9 to 5. He's always like switching between them back and forth, and like, there were plenty of times where he would work late at night
Oh yeah.
for each respective job.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if that's what if you want to get yourself into,
Oh yeah.
just anticipate it's not going to be the traditional 9 to 5. You're going to have to like work past midnight.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind that, especially like it's one of those things like where if you're good at it, don't do it for free. That's why when he said he was planning on doing life insurance sales, that's why I told him, I was like, yo, dude, I'm down. Like, if you, I told him because he was thinking about getting into it, and he was telling me about it. Like, yo,
Yeah,
dude,
he's mentioning that to me too.
It's like, yo, I'll get in on that with you. Like, insurance sales are awesome. It's a really good deal there. So it doesn't work. Or it's not too bad either. Like, you get residuals on those.
What?
So like with the sales that I make, I get paid when something gets installed. Right? I make money off of that. But with life insurance, you get paid every single time that person pays for that insurance. It's a small percentage of their month or of their payment on that insurance that you make yourself as the salesperson.
Right.
And so it's like, wait a minute. So this person is probably going to have this life insurance policy for the rest of their lives, and I get 10% of that.
Let's go.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Pretty freaking good, right? So that's all. Like when he said he was doing it, I'm like, teach me. Because that's kind of a side gig you can do too.
Yeah.
I'd be down with that. I can sell life insurance. Heck, if I can convince people to do things over the phone, I can convince them to do it in person.
The end.
We can still make it sound good if we write about all the work we did.
But I think
But what about the last
I think that's
one?
cool.
The
But yeah,
seventh wonder?
like crypto's been down for a while. Like there's been a lot of
Come on, Pence.
a lot of downturns in the
Whatever.
cryptocurrency market, and I think if I remember right, that's kind of what he was working with there.
It's at that haunted mansion.
So yeah, I mean even like my own crypto investments like Dogecoin, Shibu, Bitcoin, those kind of things, they're down, but they go back up. But I think so he's essentially just laid off because they weren't making enough money there.
Yeah.
Right on.
And I'm not planning on investing in Bitcoin anytime soon.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, you said so yourself. Bitcoin's down right now.
Oh, it's down. So now is the time to invest. Because then you buy it when it's low, sell it when it's high.
Okay.
Supply and demand, my friend.
Is there... I could be wrong, but if you have, like, X amount of Bitcoin, what can you spend it on?
Oh, almost anything.
So what, like, I just go to a gas station and spend my Bitcoins on gasoline?
It is
Yeah.
the most suspicious place.
In fact, so in some cases there are, right? But it's the ability to turn a
Even Cypher's gang was
cryptocurrency
gonna
investment into cash
Cypher?
that makes it as valuable as it
later
is.
ask him to.
Because it's not backed by anything. It's a digital currency. So, for example,
So like if
right now, I've got $200 some odd dollars of
They say there's a girl who
cryptocurrency,
appears
right?
the second
If I
floor,
had that and I had
even though no one's
purchased
lived here for
stocks,
years.
right, or a like a commodity like that, like stocks in let's say Chevron, right, oil, right. In order for me to take that stock, that commodity, and turn it into cash, there's a whole process. I have to sell that stock. Someone has to buy that stock. I have to then take that money that from the sale of that stock, send it to my bank account, which may take X amount of time to turn into actual cash, depending on the bank, right? With crypto, I could sell my 200 right now and have it in my account.
Roxas.
right.
Turn it into from there to cold hard cash on my debit card, ready to be spent.
So like let's say
That's why I like it specifically.
Me?
Because I've had stocks where I had to
Axel's here
wait
too.
to do it, to sell it, and I had less control over those
Very
stocks.
funny.
And I didn't like giving
just
control.
regular stock.
Right. I didn't like giving my
About who you
control of my
really
money
are?
to other people and
No one knows
having
me
them tell me
better
to
than
wait
me.
to get my own money.
Of
It's like,
course.
no, that's my money.
Right.
It's like when your bank says that you can't,
I don't get what's
you
been
deposit a
happening
check,
lately.
but you can't take out a certain amount of money there. That always drives me bonkers. It's like, this is my money.
You know
I
these
worked
three.
for X amount of dollars. I'm going to take X amount of
Yeah.
dollars, right? Like so that's why I
Donald
like,
and Goofy.
and that's why
They're
at
from
least
the
with
dreams.
like the Robinhood app, I just do
About a year
crypto,
ago.
right? Unless there's like a
Some
stock
things
that I
happened.
particularly like, but
And
I
had
just
to take apart
throw.
the
I mean,
memories to
honestly, it's like
tell the story's
$25
heart.
every week,
But now,
$25 into Bitcoin.
I'm putting them all back
Because eventually it's
exactly
going to go
the way
back
they
up.
were.
Because right now it's a third of what it was before.
It's taken me a long
If it just
time,
bounces up to where it was
but
before,
pretty soon,
I'm going to triple my
Sora
money.
will be his old self again.
Right. So it's just playing
Process has
the
been
game. But
affecting
like I
me
don't
too,
like
Roxas.
spend a whole check on it.
Right.
You
No,
mean
but
the dreams?
I put
Yes.
20%, 20% in.
You and Sora
to
are
buy it.
connected.
So 20% of my check. If I lose
And
20%,
in
I still have
order for
80%.
Sora
I'm
to
fine.
become completely
Right. I still
cool
I got
again,
80% to work with.
Yeah.
he
But then-
needs you.
If it goes up,
Me.
all of a sudden I have
Four.
60% of my check.
Right.
Or
You hold
100%
half
of my
what
check.
He is.
Because when I don't know if you heard when Dogecoin
He
went up,
needs you, Roxas.
I made a
Nominate.
killing on that one, and I would have made way more if I would have kept it.
Nominate.
Because Dogecoin used to be like super cheap,
Who are you?
and at one point I owned 40,000 Dogecoin.
Power over
Right.
Sora's
Okay.
memories
I
and
owned
those
40,000,
around him.
and I'd taken it out to buy a
Which?
quote real stock. That was what I did. I was like, because what I do is I buy real stock, and whatever change I had, I would buy Dogecoin.
But
Right, because it was never like an even number, so I just like throw the rest in Dogecoin just to see what happens, just to buy it, right? Just to have it doing something instead of just sitting in the account,
Right.
right? And so I eventually pulled it out and bought. Well, it was when Joe Biden got elected, so it was shortly before that. So I bought like $40 in medical marijuana stocks.
Suddenly, I feel
Turned
like
that into $300 within like 3 days, because he got elected, and so people thought, oh, he's a Democrat, he's gonna like. It was just kind of a weird thing. I just got lucky because I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy this just to see what happens,
that I
right?
don't.
Because you never play with money that you'd be scared to lose.
You were never
So I'm
supposed
playing
to
with money that I'm
exist.
not scared to lose,
Roxas.
right? I mean, total cost, it was like $40 when I pulled out all my Dogecoin. It was
What?
like 40,000 shares of it,
How could you even
right?
say such
But
a
then
thing?
I
Even if it
made
were
that
true.
money, and then I bought some other stocks.
I'm
But then
sorry.
Dogecoin started going up, and I
Really are
put
better left
$200 in there.
You
And
put
I wa-
$200 in
in
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin, and I walked away with 2,000 in
Roxas,
and then out, like
Roxas.
just like
Huh?
that. But then,
Did you see her?
like, if I would have taken
Yeah.
if I
Watch
would have
the
taken
window.
my 40,
Closely.
my 40,000 and kept it there
Oh,
when it went
really?
up, and if I would have sold it, I would have walked away with
That's just
$60,000.
There must be a
Or no,
draft.
oh no! I would have walked away with like 21,000
I'm surprised this
Right.
old place
If you were to
has
wait,
if I would have kept it there
Yeah.
and not bought the medical marijuana stock, which was
Let's
a
head back
quote
to the
real
usual
stock.
spot.
right.
So it's
Hangar
like so that's why I
left.
just keep my crypto stuff going and just keep making.
Hey, guys.
I hate to
making
say
cash.
this, but maybe I
girl in the window
maybe I ought to
turned
get
out to be
started.
Well, I mean, you're not buying a whole Bitcoin. You just buy like fractions, just parts of it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Like,
like
a whole
with
Bitcoin is like 20
with
G's. Like, I can't buy
Schwab,
that.
with Schwab, like I'm trying to start getting into making a habit of like investing in Schwab, but there's this thing called like stock slices, which is literally just like if I already like put in like $100 to my Schwab account, then I could pick X amount of stock companies,
Right.
and then after that, then if I put in that $100, then it will get evenly divided to the number of stocks that I had selected.
I got you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But that's like more of a mutual fund though. So like I'm talking like, because if you look at at a savings account, okay, what kind of interest rate do you get on a savings account?
The last day of summer.
Less than 1%
Give me an
interest.
ulcer.
Yeah.
So you're taking
Not if
your
you explode from all
hard-earned
that
money,
ice cream
giving it to the
first.
bank where they can make upwards of 10%.
But by the way, for context, Zeke is like just
messing with my ear. I'm very
with
focused.
one
I'm
index
very-
finger.
I'm very focused on this. No, but the